Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers again with Green Acres Pest Control, and today we're going to talk about bed bugs and rubbing alcohol. So if you could tell by the thumbnail, I want to go over why rubbing alcohol should never, ever be used to kill bed bugs. I had a lady contact me through, I believe it was Facebook. I'm out working today, so I can't remember exactly which form of social media she used to contact me on. But the issue is that she had been treating her home for bed bugs because her exterminator told her all she needed to do was spray rubbing alcohol on them to kill them. That she didn't need to hire an exterminator. She didn't need to buy any fancy pesticides. All she needed to do was use a bottle of 99-cent alcohol. And she thinks that's a bad idea. The reason she thinks it's a bad idea is because her husband is a smoker and she likes to burn candles in her home. So she asked me, is it smart? Is it a good idea to continue to use rubbing alcohol, or should she go around and wipe her baseboards clean from where they had sprayed all their baseboards with rubbing alcohol? So this is the question I was deemed with, and there's so many things going on in my head. For one, what kind of exterminator are you to suggest that somebody go to the dollar store, buy rubbing alcohol, and treat their house with rubbing alcohol to eliminate bed bugs? What is wrong with you? You should know better. Now that's my bit of reprimandment, because I cannot believe that a trained professional, a licensed exterminator, is advising someone to do something so incredibly dangerous. Now, if you're on YouTube, which here you are watching me, you can go and you can search right now, cheap solutions for bed bugs, and one of the top videos is, about rubbing alcohol and about using rubbing alcohol to kill bed bugs. So does it kill bed bugs? Yes, it does. It does. Rubbing alcohol does kill bed bugs. It kills lots of bugs because it's alcohol. But the problem with alcohol is it's extremely flammable. It's extremely flammable. There were two homes about 2 to 3 years ago in Ohio. You can find this. You can go in Google, you can search it, and you can find the news stories. They're about a week or two apart. Two homes in Ohio around the same time of year burned to the ground because of rubbing alcohol. They had used rubbing alcohol to eliminate their bed bug problem. They tried to eliminate their bed bug problem. But because they were smokers and because they had open flames in the houses burned down to the ground. So what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve when you spray rubbing alcohol all along your baseboards in your home? I understand that a bed bug extermination bill is very expensive. I understand that it costs a lot of money to hire somebody to come out and kill, not just bed bugs, but ants or roaches or fleas or any kinds of bugs. Rubbing alcohol should never, ever be used to kill bugs because it's not what it's for. It's not for killing bugs. It's for infections. It's for cleaning. It's for, it's not for killing bugs. The thing is that you've got to understand is, let's say your reasoning for using rubbing alcohol is because it's affordable, it's cheap. It's a way that bugs can be eliminated and it doesn't hurt your pocketbook. You know what really hurts your pocketbook? Trying to find a new house. I just closed on a house back in July. It's expensive. It is the most expensive thing I've ever done in my entire life is buy a house. Or maybe have kids. Yeah, I have 3 kids. Let me change that. One of the most expensive things I've ever done in my entire life is buy a house. The most expensive thing I've ever done in my life is have children. But I love my children, and they're worth more money than anybody could ever give me. I think they're just the most amazing, darling things in the whole world. That's enough about a dad talking about his kids. I could go on and on and on forever. I love my children, all three of them. But the point is that rubbing alcohol, while it does kill bed bugs, there's no residual. So what is a residual? A residual is when a pesticide is sprayed, does it last? Does it kill bed bugs for an extended period of time after it's applied, or does it not? Okay, so alcohol does not. If you spray bed bugs with alcohol, or you spray your baseboards with alcohol, tomorrow the bugs are not going to die from the alcohol that was sprayed today. If you spray your baseboards with Crossfire, which I'll link below, but if you spray your baseboards with a Crossfire solution, tomorrow it's killing bed bugs. The next day it's killing bed bugs. The next day it's killing bed bugs. The next day it's killing bed bugs. Weeks later it's still killing bed bugs because it has a 30-day residual. So it actually eliminates the bed bugs every day. Rubbing alcohol won't kill bed bugs more than just a few hours, because if you're spraying it out of like a spritzer bottle or something like that, it's not going to last. It's going to do a science experiment. Take a bottle of rubbing alcohol and sit it on your kitchen counter. Pop the lid off and then go to bed. Wake up the next morning and see how much has evaporated out of the bottle. That stuff is gone in no time. You will waste your rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol evaporates. So it does not last. It doesn't leave a residue behind like Crossfire will that will kill bed bugs on an extended period of time. Bed bug eggs hatch on a 6 to 10 day cycle. So in 6 days, that rubbing alcohol is no longer working. It's not going to kill bed bugs. In 10 days, it's not working. It's not going to kill bed bugs. Even if you applied it to your baseboards every single day of the week, it only lasts for a few hours. It's not going to do the job. It's not a successful way to get rid of bed bugs. So if you cannot afford to spray your home with Crossfire, you definitely can't afford to just blow your money on rubbing alcohol. So this is actually money wasted. I've done one of these videos in the past, but since I've gotten this request to answer this question, I did make a video. I've got my stories. So the way that I do my YouTube now is every day. I try every day. YouTube has added a new feature called YouTube Stories. And the way it works is YouTube allows me to put a 15-second clip, and it just comes up on my story feed, and you guys can get it pretty quickly. It's actually really cool for like quick little snippet information. So I did one on bees, wasps, hornets, stuff like that. I did one on rubbing alcohol, and they're only 15 seconds long. So if you've got 15 seconds, you should like and subscribe to my channel so you can catch those little clips that go up every day. It's something that I can do anytime. I did one today. This is an extended version of why alcohol doesn't work for bugs, but I actually did one 15-second clip on alcohol that's in my stories. So hopefully this has helped you understand more about how pesticides work and why rubbing alcohol is really not something you want to use for the control of bugs. This is the thing you've got to understand. If you go, let's say you're sleeping in the bed, and I'm going to go off on a little tirade right now. I'm just going to explain something to you. If you're sleeping in the bed at night and you get bed bugs crawling on you. Now this I know someone specifically that did this to themselves. In order to kill the bed bugs with rubbing alcohol, he was waking up every 2 hours because he could feel the bed bugs crawling out because the alcohol was no longer effective and they were crawling out to bite him. And so he would wake up in the middle of the night 4, 5, 6 times every night. He would have to go to bed at like 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and he would sleep until typically like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning because he really wasn't getting any sleep at night at all. He was waking up every 2, 3 hours, spritzing himself down with rubbing alcohol to try to kill the bed bugs before they could get to him and bite him. Now, Imagine if he was a smoker, if he actually smoked cigarettes, and he woke up in the middle of the night after spraying that stuff all over the place. He would have burned the house down because the fumes in the air, all of those alcoholic fumes, all in the air, would have combusted, would have burned his house down. So this is how accidents like this happen. So when you see a video on YouTube talking about how rubbing alcohol is the cheapest, best solution for bed bugs, don't believe them. They're liars. They want you to burn your house down. Or maybe they haven't thought about the fact that you could burn your house down, but I have. I don't want you to burn your house down. I want you to kill your bed bugs. So stay tuned to my channel. Check out my other videos on bed bugs. I've got lots of videos showing exactly how to get rid of bed bugs successfully, how I do it. I don't use heat treatments. I don't use freeze treatments. I use Crossfire. I treat baseboards, beds, mattresses, everything. So go check me out. Link in the description below. I'll link you to one of my most popular videos of me actually treating a home that was completely infested with bed bugs and how I eliminated them there, and they haven't had them for years. You guys have a really great day. I appreciate it, and like I said, subscribe to the channel. I'm around all the time. Thanks a lot.